Hey guys, and welcome to my first vlog in a car. Today I'm going to talk about 6 ways that you could reduce your spending during these hard times. First of all, I would like to say that nothing that I'm going to say is financial advice. You've obviously got your own decisions to make. And these are some of the decisions that I've taken myself, which I'd like to share with you. So anyway, I was sitting in a traffic jam in my local town here in Croatia, and there is never a traffic jam. Has there been a breakdown? Has there been a crash? Like, what's happening? And I can just see like a line, but it's ending, and there's no, there's a lorry in the front and no one's overtaking. And I'm like, what's going on here? Like, why is no one overtaking? And so I decided to overtake about 20 cars and just go further on because it was just, I don't know, I was sitting in that line for like 15 minutes. And then I realised that they were all queuing up at the petrol station. Yesterday was the last day where they had reductions on the fuel, which today they've increased the fuel by 2 kunas, which is about 20p increase on the fuel. Now, obviously, we're going through mad times with all the war that happened. First we had the coronavirus, now we have the war going on in Ukraine and all that kind of thing. So inflation is just going absolutely mental. So what we need to do is really be serious about our spendings and be serious about, our savings, etc. So anyway, here are some things that I'm doing in my life right now that are helping me save a bit more money, because last year I was really sort of reckless. I didn't really care. You just spend willy-nilly and just deal with the consequences later. But now I'm taking on more of a cost-effective journey where I'm trying to reduce my expenditures and trying to save more money. As you don't know how things are going to go right now, things can get really bad really quick. First of all, what I would like to say is that inflation is around 6 to 7%, depending on which area you're in, but all materials are going up, sometimes more than that, such as fuel, which is going up in high percentages. And if you look at the 6 to 7% inflation, if you're saving money, you're pretty much losing money. And why is that? Because you're putting your money to save in the bank, which is gaining you around 1% interest, probably less, to be fair, in England. And if you're, losing 7% of your money every year because of inflation, you're kind of losing it. Now, I'm not trying to tell you that you should go and spend all your money. That's not what I'm trying to say either. But what I'm trying to say is maybe you should start thinking about investing a portion of your savings, which can gain more interest than the inflation, or try and get, 7% or above over the year on your savings. So yeah, that's the first tip. I'd say, don't look at saving so much money over a long period of time. Try and invest a portion of it so that you're making more money on your savings. Next thing I've kind of done is sort of worked out my energy expenditure. I've got 2 forms of heating in my house at the moment. I've got electric heaters and I've got a wood burning stove. So what I've done is I calculated how much I'm being charged per kilowatt in the house. So if 1 kilowatt, for instance, is about 80 something cents in Croatia, I don't know what it is in the UK, then you work out how many kilowatts your electric heaters are using. For instance, on mine on full blast can use 2 kilowatt per, so I'm using 2 radiators in the main room, which is 4 kilowatts. So if I was using 4 kilowatts over the day, it's going to cost me X amount. And then I'm doing the same and I'm working out how much is it going to cost for me to buy wood briquettes, which I am at the moment, from the local store. 2 packs last me a day, and they're about 19 kunas each, which is around sort of just over €2. So you're spending sort of €4-ish a day on wood, rather than, I think it was around €12, I think I worked it out as, a day if I was to run it off heater. You can see that there's a saving around a third of what it costs to run the electricity if I was to burn wood instead. So yeah, work out your energy costs. If you've got a gas boiler, How can you make it run more efficiently? Can you put down the temperature a bit to save money? Can you get devices which help you save more money or automize it with, programmers and stuff like that, rather than just having an on and an off? These kind of things can save money, or having, a newer boiler which is more efficient. Obviously, with the fuel costs going up as well, I'd say, instead of just driving around like a maniac, like maybe some of you do, potentially look at driving more efficient. So, the slower you kind of go and the more you stay at a certain speed, you're obviously going to use your fuel more efficiently. So maybe you should try, and instead of rushing around everywhere, try and make it so that you can make your fuel go as far as possible. Obviously, the best way is if you can ride a bike, or if you can walk to the areas that you're going to instead of driving everywhere. That can obviously save money, but if that isn't an option, then just try to drive more efficiently, because at the end of the day, shaving 5 minutes off or 10 minutes off isn't going to make a massive difference in your day. Also, go through all your finances and just go through like the subscriptions and the direct debits that you're having on a sort of monthly basis, and just see whether you actually really need them. I had Netflix running on mine, but I haven't watched Netflix in over a year, so I've wasted 120 quid there, which I could have saved it, but I just kept it running because you think, what's 10 quid? But if you have 10 subscriptions going on, with 10 quid, that's £1,000 a year that you're spending on random stuff. So go through all your subscriptions, go through all your direct debits. Do you really need them? And if you don't, just get rid of them. Last year I spent quite a bit of money on my wardrobe, but I made kind of like a list of certain items I need. So once you know what kind of items you need, then you know that you don't need that item again. So when I've ticked off pretty much, winter jacket, summer jacket, shorts, trousers, 5 t-shirts or something, or whatever it is that you've got on your list, then you kind of know that you don't need to kind of renew that stuff. You've got that stuff in your wardrobe. And when you kind of look at, do I need some more clothes? Then you can kind of tell yourself, well, no, actually I don't. I've got everything I need. And at this point, I'm just trying to spend sporadically on something I want for the short term when actually I don't really need it. So with every purchase that you do, which I've started doing in the shop, is just telling myself when I pick the item up, do I really need this item? Is it going to benefit me? And if the answer's no, then just put it down, because you don't need it. You don't need it right now. And last but not least, efficient food shopping. Planning out what meals you're going to have and making sure you use all your, food efficiently, because a lot of the time, maybe you can buy a load of thing in the supermarket, you haven't really made plans of what you're going to make with that food, and then you just end up chucking it away, and it's just a massive waste. So, moving forward, making lists of exactly what you're going to buy and using all the resources you have in your kitchen, rather than just keep buying and then forgetting about the stuff and just leaving it there to sort of expire, is just not a good thing. So we can save money by using everything efficiently. And not only that, is that you're not only helping the environment and you're using everything you need, you're not being wasteful in that. So it's really a good habit to get into, to actually just use everything you have and to plan everything you have beforehand. So yeah, just a quick video today. These are the 6 things that I'm starting to implement or have implemented in my life already. I just thought I'd share them with you. Again, not financial advice, so you do whatever you want to and take whatever you want from this video. But I'm just sharing with you guys what I'm doing with my life. Anyway, guys, I'm off to buy some more wood for my fire now. Take care. Hope you took something from the video, and see you next time.